What's going on, guys? I got some exciting news. Went to the mail today and had some packages come in for me. So I'm making some changes in the boat this year. Lifetime was kind enough to partner up with me. We're gonna make some upgrades in the boat behind me for this upcoming fishing season. I got 3 100 amp hours for the trolling motor. We're gonna rig those up in a series, so it's 36 volt. And then I got one really big 280 amp hour 12 volt battery for the back. That's gonna power the motor, all my accessories, my electronics, the live scope, everything. So let's open these puppies up. So we've got 2 boxes here. This one should be the mini, and then this one should be that big 280 amp hour lithium 12 volt battery. I'm gonna spare you the time of opening all 4 boxes and just do 2. So we'll do the little one first. I'm gonna break out my fillet knife for this. Okay, so just open it up. It comes with like an instruction manual, some of the warranty and service info. And then right here on the top, these would be the bolts for the posts. And in there she is. There we go. So there it is, 12 volt. 100 amp hour. First impression, it's super light. I know all lithium batteries are light, but compared to the AGM batteries that I'm used to, this one's a nice little break. All right, next up, we got the big one. So for being this huge package, obviously the battery is going to be pretty big as well. Squeezing almost 300 amp hours of battery life into a single unit is quite a bit. All right. So again, we got the manual. I'm just gonna put that to the side. The bolts for the posts are in here. Get that away. And then inside is the battery. So this is pretty heavy. It is a 300 amp hour battery almost, but it is considerably less than what a 300 amp hour like AGM would be. 300 amp hour AGM would be like 150 pounds. This one is only 50. So and there it is. So it's actually not as big as I thought. Like looking at the box, it's actually a lot smaller than I thought it was. So I think we're gonna have no issues putting this in a compartment somewhere in the boat. And so like I said, this big battery right here only weighs 50 pounds. This little one that I'm using for the trolling motor, each one only weighs 19. So I'm taking what would have been there, each battery weighed about 50 pounds, bringing it down to 19. And then in the back, I had 2 AGM batteries that weighed 60 pounds each. I'm substituting that for one battery that weighs 50. So in total, if you do the math, that's what, 30, 60, 90, and then 70. So that's 160 pounds that I'm taking out of the boat. Anyways, that's enough blabbing by me. Let's go inside the boat and hook them up. I got the first 2 batteries hooked up for the trolling motor. Just put the third in. Now I'm gonna take you in there and show you how I rig up a 36 volt system with the 3 12 volt batteries. Okay, so all 3 of them are in here. Those 2 are hooked up. I'm just gonna hook these 2 up. Before I do that, I'll just kind of explain it. So if we look at the very front here, this is our positive terminal coming off of this breaker. So this is coming directly from the trolling motor itself. It's going to the positive terminal of this battery. What then happens is you take a jumper from the negative, going to the positive of your second battery, and so then the negative of this battery, you hook a negative to. The jumper from this negative then goes to the positive of this battery. And then what ends up happening is your leftover terminal is that negative that goes directly to the trolling motor. So with 3 100 amp hour 12 volt batteries, you then turn it into a 100 amp hour 36 volt system by connecting them this way. All right, now we're coming to the back. We're gonna put the big battery in. This one's really easy because I have all of my accessories going to a bus bar, which is over here where my old batteries used to be. And then from the bus bar, I have the wires coming directly over to where this new compartment is right there. So all I have to do is hook up those 2 wires and we'll have power. Later on, I'm gonna hook up the battery charger and everything like that. But for now, this is gonna get us to where we need to be. So unlike the little ones in the front, I'm gonna need 2 hands for this one. And there it is, it fits perfectly. This is also a place I'm gonna put a battery tray in, but just to install for now so we can get on the water tomorrow for a quick day. Just gonna put it in like this. This compartment that it's in is a pretty standard size aluminum boat compartment. Now with fiberglass, I know the whole back end is open and you could fit probably 4 or 5 of these things in there if you really wanted to. And this one's super simple. So we're just going red to red and black to black. Okay, we're all rigged up. I heard some beeping when I hooked up the post for that, so I think we're in business. So now I'm just gonna take a look through everything, make sure everything works the way it should, make sure everything turns on, and if it does, then we are good to go fishing. Go over to my key. Most important thing's the motor, right? There we go, that's good noises. Turn master power on. We'll see if the stereo works. Yep. There we go. All right, so everything works. Looks like we're good to go fishing. They actually look pretty good. They have a really nice like matte black finish on them, which I wasn't expecting because they are on the cheaper side in the battery world, the lithium battery world. I think one of the bigger reasons why they might be on the cheaper side is they offer a 5-year warranty on their batteries. Most of the more expensive ones offer like a 10 or 11 year. So that's something, but realistically, if a battery lasts you 5 years, it's probably gonna last you 10. Like, if it makes those first 5 years, there's a good chance it's gonna keep going longer for you. So I did get a chance to test these out on the water. I've got to say they perform great. I think my biggest takeaway from the day was noticing that with this lithium battery, both my trolling motor and my electronics didn't get tired at the end of the day. You know, in the past, you know, after a long 8-hour fishing day, you might notice that your trolling motor isn't going as fast as it was in the morning. But with these, that's not an issue. It had full power all throughout the day, and when I got home, it had only drained about 25%. So they speak for themselves, they did pretty good. The big one in the back, same thing. I noticed that my electronics weren't fading, my images were staying clear. When I went to crank my motor at the end of the day, they stayed in picture instead of like shutting off quickly and coming back on. That used to happen with my old AGMs. That didn't happen with this one. So major improvement, and I'm really impressed with the batteries. If you'd like to check some of these out for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below. I also have a code, Simons8OFF, which you can use on the website to go towards your order. They ship it right to your door in a box, just like mine came. And for me, it only took about a week. You won't be pissed. See you on the water.